Hello everyone. I hope you must have seen the previous video that I have uploaded on cash flow statement. So now this is part 2 of cash flow statement. If you have not seen that, kindly see that and then only proceed with this video. In that video, I have explained the theoretical overview of cash flow statement, how to calculate cash flow from operating activities by using direct method, indirect method, cash flow from investing activities, then cash flow from financing activities, and the requirements of cash flow statement. Now in this video, I will be starting with the format of cash flow statement. So format of cash flow statement, it begins as I told you in that video as well, there are three main activities in cash flow statement: cash flow from operating activities, cash flow from investing activities, and cash flow from financing activities. So when you prepare a format for cash flow statement, in the first column you write particulars, in the next column amount. So in particulars, first and important component is cash flow from financing activities. Start it with the net profit or net loss or the profit or loss made during the year. If this amount is positive, write it here. Otherwise, if it is a negative amount, if it is given loss made during the year or it is net loss during the year, so write it within the brackets. So in that case, if it is a negative balance, so write in the bracket. Otherwise, without bracket you can write, because it will be a positive figure. Then add all the non-operating and non-cash expenses in it, like transfer to reserves, depreciation, goodwill written off, preliminary expenses written off, proposed dividend made during the year. In detail I will be telling you in this video about this proposed dividend as well. Then provision of tax made during the year. Please note, I am talking about provision or proposed dividend made during the year. Provision for depreciation made during the year will be added. Interim dividend paid during the year. Then loss on sale of any fixed asset, interest paid. You just add all these things, whatever given to you in the question, and then subtract all non-operating and non-cash incomes from it. And that non-operating and non-cash incomes are interest received, dividend received, profit on sale of any fixed assets. So when you adjust all these non-operating and non-cash items, you will get cash flow from operating activities before working capital changes and taxation. So then you have to do working capital changes and then you have to adjust taxation. So now working capital changes. In this working capital changes, in current assets, you are not supposed to include cash or cash equivalents, because at the end you have to link that balance with the opening balance of cash and cash equivalent and closing balance of cash and cash equivalent. So excluding cash and cash equivalent in the current assets. So for working capital changes, add if there is an increase in current liabilities or if there is decrease in current assets. So अगर current assets decrease होते हैं या current liability increase होती है, then add back in the cash flow from operating activities and deduct decrease in current liabilities and increase in current assets. So after this you will get cash flow from operating activities after working capital changes. Then deduct taxation paid during the year, and then you will get cash flow from operating activities, which is first component of cash flow from operating activities. Now B part, cash flow from investing activities. This is related with purchase, or you can say acquisition or sale of any fixed assets or a fixed investment in a company. So in cash flow from investing activities, whenever there is cash inflow, add it. Whenever there is cash outflow, decrease it or subtract it. So in this, add if there is a sale of fixed assets or sale of long-term investments. Dividend received, add here. Why dividend received is to be added here? Because company will receive dividend only if company has invested somewhere. Similarly, interest received to be added here in the investing activities, because company is receiving interest only then if company has invested somewhere, and subtract if there is purchase of any fixed assets or investment in the form of cash or bank. So you will get net cash flow from investing activities by adding or subtracting all these things. You will get net cash flow from operating activities. Then third component is cash flow from financing activities. It includes the procurement of funds or redemption of funds by the company. So in this, add all issue of shares if there is increase in shares, issue of debentures, raising of loan. In this, company is receiving cash or company's bank balance will be raised, and subtract if company repay any share or debenture or loan, matlab redemption of shares or redemption of debentures, repayment of loan to be subtracted, dividend paid, interest paid, company has paid dividend, interest company has to pay. If company is taking some loan or dividend, company will pay if company is procuring funds through shares. So dividend paid, interest paid will be subtracted from cash flow from financing activities. So you will get net cash flow from financing activities after making all these adjustments, and then net amount is the component C or third component of cash flow statement. After this, calculate net cash flow. Net cash flows you will calculate by adding A plus B plus C, all three components, that is cash flow from operating activities, component A, cash flow from investing activity, component B, and cash flow from financing activity, component C. So when you add all these components, you will get net cash flow from total net cash flow generated from A plus B plus C component. After this, add opening balance of cash and cash equivalents. As I told you in my previous video as well, cash and cash equivalents. So you add here opening balance of cash and cash equivalent, and then you have to check, you will get cash closing balance of cash and cash equivalents. So if you get this means you have correctly done the question. Otherwise, there is some problem in that solution, not in the question. I hope formats are clear. Now, main adjustment related to cash flow statement, depreciation. Depreciation is a non-operating activity. So you add depreciation in the, as I told you in the format recently, you add depreciation in calculation of cash flow from operating activities. Then proposed dividend and provision for taxation. For proposed dividend, I am telling you about how to adjust proposed dividend. Similar way you can adjust provision for taxation as well. Now in the proposed dividend, there are two possibilities. Either you can take it as current liabilities, or you can take it as non-current liability. Okay, you can take it as current liability or you can take it as non-current liability. If you are going to take it as a current liability, then in this case, please check there should be no adjustments in the question. Only then you can take it as a current liability. But if you are taking it as a current liability, treat it as current liability itself. जैसे आप current liability को treat करते हैं in cash flow from operating activities, like increase in current liabilities. If there is an increase in current liabilities, you add it, and if there is decrease in current liability, it will be subtracted. So treat it as, if you are treating it as a current liability, then you follow this thing for in cash flow from operating activities. adjust increase in current liabilities by adding, and if there is a decrease in the proposed dividend from the previous year to the current year, in comparison if it is decreasing, then deduct it from the cash flow from operating activities. But if you are going to take it as non-current liabilities, again there are two scenarios. One scenario is that in the question no adjustments are given. अगर आपको कोई adjustments नहीं given question के अंदर, तब आपको क्या करना है, and if you have been given adjustments in the question, अगर आपको कोई adjustment नहीं given, in that case what you are supposed to do, you will be provided with the previous year value of this proposed dividend and current year value of this proposed dividend. So the previous year value will be taken as paid during the year. Dividend paid during the year. So the previous year value will be taken as dividend paid during the year, and this current year value will be taken as provision made during the year. Provision made during the year. In this video later on I will be telling you how you have to adjust this paid and made during the year. So if no adjustments are given to you and you are treating it as a non-current liability, in the previous year take it as dividend paid during the year, and the current year amount will be taken as provision made during the year. And if you have been given adjustments in the question, in case of adjustments, then you have to prepare account, and that for this adjustment you need to prepare account. Then you will be preparing proposed dividend account if adjustments are given to you. Proposed dividend account, as it is a liability, so its balance will begin from the credit side. So credit side से आप इसे start करेंगे by balance brought down. Here you will write by balance brought down. On the debit side you will write to balance carried down. This is the closing balance. To balance carried down. This is the closing balance. After this, because this proposed dividend is a liability, so if you follow a modern approach, it says that if liability decreases, you debit it. If liability increases, write it on the credit side. So when proposed dividend paid during the year is given in the adjustments, because in adjustments either you will get dividend paid during the year or you will get प्रोविजन फॉर डिविडेंड मेड ड्यूरिंग द ईयर. तो आपको दो में से एक चीज गिवन होगी एडजस्टमेंट में, या तो पेड गिवन होगा या मेड गिवन होगा. सो इफ यू हैव बीन गिवन dividend paid during the year, it is decreasing the liability, so you will write on the debit side to dividend paid during the year will be written on the debit side. And if it has been given provision for dividend made during the year, so that provision made during the year will be written on the credit side. So one thing will be given in adjustment, either paid during the year or made during the year. If you have been given paid during the year, this made will be your balancing figure. And in the question, if you have been given provision made during the year, then provision paid amount paid for dividend during the year will be your balancing figure. So this depends which is the component that is given to you and which will be your balancing figure. So either you will get paid during the year in the balancing figure or made during the year in the balancing figure. Now what you have to do for paid or made in this case, provision paid during the year will be included in cash flow from financing activities, as I told you in the format itself. Okay, in cash flow from financing activities. So dividend paid during the year will be subtracted from the cash flow from financing activities, and if it is provision made during the year, that provision made during the year will be added for calculation of cash flow from operating activities, because it is non-operating non-cash expense. So you add back in the calculation of cash flow from operating activities, you have to add it back in the net profit. So again I am repeating it, summarizing this: proposed dividend, if you are taking it as a current liability and you have been given no adjustment in the question, then increase in current liability to be added in calculation of cash flow from operating activities, and decrease in current liability will be subtracted for calculation of cash flow from operating activities. But if you are going to take it as non-current liability, then check in the question whether adjustments are not given or adjustments are given. If no adjustments are given, then paid or made is the criteria. Previous year dividend is treated as paid during the year, which will be deducted from cash flow from financing activities, and made during the year will be added for calculation of CFO, cash flow from operating activities. But if adjustments are given to you in the question, in this case for the calculation of paid and made during the year, you have to prepare this account, proposed dividend account. So in this account, it will begin with the opening balance on the credit side and closing balance on the debit side, because it is the liability, and then provision this proposed dividend paid during the year will be written on the debit side, and made during the year will be written on the credit side. So if you have been given in the adjustment paid during the year, provision made will be your balancing figure. And if you have been given provision made during the year in the question, then paid during the year will be your balancing figure. So again adjustments are same, paid and made, same adjustments are there for the paid and made, that paid in cash flow from financing and made in cash flow from operating activities. In the similar manner, you have to adjust provision for taxation. So like you have adjusted this proposed dividend, in the similar manner you have to adjust provision for taxation. Now let us do this simple kind of question. Just read this question: from the following information of X Limited, you have to prepare cash flow statement. And then 16 and 17, 2 years comparative balance sheet is given. As I told you, what are the requirements for preparing cash flow statement? That comparative balance sheet of 2 years and other information is required. So you can see 2 years balance sheet is given to you, other additional information is also given to you. Now just go through this question and note down what all adjustments are given. One adjustment is given for depreciation, another adjustment is given for the income tax. So when you read any cash flow statement related question, in that question always remember to note adjustments first. So somewhere in the notebook note down if any adjustments are given, related to which topic adjustment is given. So I am noting here you have been given an adjustment related to depreciation. Another thing is given is taxation. So 2 things are given in the adjustment, I have noted. Now after this, let us begin with the format of cash flow statement. So let us prepare cash flow statement format. As you know, 3 important aspects are there in this cash flow statement. First component is component A, cash flow from operating activities. Then second component is component B, cash flow from investing activities, and third component here is cash flow from financing activities. From the liability side, start with the first line item given in the balance sheet. It is equity share capital. Now you can see in 2016 it was 4 lakh, and in this 17 year it is 4 lakh 50,000. So it is showing you increase in share capital by 50,000. So it will be included in cash flow from financing activities. If you have seen the format clearly, so increase in share capital will be written in the cash flow from financing activity. Increase in share capital 50,000. It is a positive balance because company is receiving amount. Preference share capital 1,20,000 and then it is 1 lakh. So it is showing you decrease in preference share capital by 20,000. So here you will write decrease in preference share capital by 20,000. This decrease in preference share capital is basically redemption of shares. So redemption of preference share 20,000. It will be written within the brackets 20,000. Now next is reserves. As you know, we begin it with the profit and loss account. That cash flow from operating activities start with the P&L account, and you add back this reserves in that because this is non-cash non-operating activities 30,000 and then it is 50,000. So reserves are increased, or you can say transfer to reserve by 20,000. So as per the format you write here transfer to reserves 20,000, it will be added here. Creditors, it is a current liability 50,000 and 75,000. As in the format I told you, like creditors 20,000, 75,000. So it is showing you increase in creditors. So increase in creditors is 25,000. As I told you, when there is an increase in current liabilities, it will be added, and decrease in current liabilities will be subtracted. So in this question you have been given, if you see creditors, it is showing 25,000 increase in creditors, increase in current liabilities. So this is the current liability. It is showing increase in creditors value or increase in current liability, it will be added 25,000. After this, next is P&L account 20,000 and 35,000. P&L is showing 15,000 increase. So this increase of 15,000 is profit made during the year, net profit made during the year. So 15,000 will be added here. After this comes bills payable 22,000 and then it is 16,000. So bills payable decreased by 6,000. Decrease in current liability will be decrease in bills payable, decrease in current liability will be subtracted by 6,000. After this bills payable, proposed dividend. Now see, in this question you have not been given any thing that you have to assume it as current or non-current liability. Preferably I am assuming it as non-current liability, and it is given without adjustments. Now see, proposed dividend, it is given without adjustments. Previous year amount is 40,000 and current year is 50,000. See, proposed dividend, previous year amount you have been given 40,000 and current year amount is given as 50,000. आपको आपको प्रीवियस ईयर का अमाउंट 40 गिवन है एंड करेंट ईयर का 50 गिवन है. एक बार फिर चेक कर लेते हैं. 40,000 previous year and current year is 50,000. So in this case that previous year amount will be taken as amount paid during the year and current year will be taken as provision made during the year. So here previous year is paid and current year is provision made during the year. As I told you, provision made during the year will be added here in calculation of CFO, cash flow from operating activities. So provision, that proposed dividend made during the year will be added here. It is 50,000. Current year is 50,000. So it is assumed to be provision made during the year. And this amount of 40,000 is the proposed dividend paid during the year. So it will be written in the cash flow from financing activities. Dividend paid during the year is 40,000. So in the brackets 40,000. I hope you understand this. Now is provision for taxation. In this case, provision for taxation is also given an adjustment for that. So if you have been given an adjustment, then we have to prepare account. Provision for taxation, opening balance is 40,000, closing is also 40,000. So you have to prepare account for provision for taxation. Provision for taxation account to be prepared. Begin it with the credit side. Liability है ये, by balance brought down. 40,000, same amount is there, and to balance carried down. This is also 40,000. After this adjustment is given for provision for taxation, we have written it in the written it separately in the working note. So income tax paid 25,000 during the year. As I told you, when you pay liability, it will decrease. When you add to the provision, it will increase. So it is income tax paid. See B point in the information, income tax paid 25,000 during the year. So it is tax paid during the year is 25,000. It is given to you. Now just do the balancing. It is 65,000. Here also it will be 65,000 if you have to balance it. And then balancing figure is 25,000. Now balancing figure is on the credit side. It will be the provision made during the year. Now this is the balancing figure. So you got made is also 25, paid is also 25. As I told you, tax paid during the year will be subtracted from cash flow statement. Tax paid during the year is 25,000. It will be subtracted from this. Here it is coincidence that we got same amount of tax paid and the provision made, and that provision made during the year will be added here. Provision made during the year will be added here in the net profits for the calculation of cash flow from operating activities. So this 25,000 will be added here. Now after this, all liabilities we have considered. Now come to the asset side. Cash we have to tally at the end. Cash and bank, cash and cash equivalents are required to be tally at the end. So here I am leaving these two right now. Then plant is 2,20,000 and it is 1,90,000. If for any asset you have been given any kind of adjustments in the question, then it is better always to prepare an account to find out the balancing figure of purchase or sale of an asset. So how we have to prepare it for any asset account? Let me make you clear. For any asset account, if you have to prepare, like here, first we have to prepare a plant account. if you are going to prepare any asset account, it will begin from the debit side. To balance brought down, so to balance brought down, and it will end, or its closing balance will be written on the credit side by balance carried down. By balance carried down. And after this, whenever there is an increase in the value of an asset, as per the modern approach, write it on the debit side. Whenever there is a decrease in the value of an asset, write it on the credit side. Like if depreciation is to be charged, it will be credited. If purchase of plant is given, debit. If sale of plant is given, credit. So as per this question, let's see what is given. Opening balance is 2,20,000 and closing balance is 1,90,000. So debit side 2,20,000 is the opening balance, and credit side closing balance is 1,90,000. Now depreciation, you have been given in the adjustment depreciation. So depreciation on plant is given as 15,000. And nothing else is given apart from this. Now let us balance it. Debit side balance is 2,20,000. Credit side balance also you have to match it with the highest figure from the debit or the credit side. So it is again 2,20,000. Now see, the balancing figure lies on the credit side, and this balancing figure is 15,000. So if you get balancing figure on the debit side, consider it as a purchase. It is on the credit side, so we are consider it as a sale. By bank you can write, but I am writing it sale just to make you understand the concept. So you can write by bank. So here you got sale or purchase or depreciation is to be included in the cash flow statement. So depreciation you got 15,000, which is to be added in this calculation of net profit. So here you will write depreciation on plant. Depreciation I am adding means collectively. Plant is 15,000 and furniture is 10,000. So total depreciation you can add here 25,000. Alright, and then sale of asset is sale of plant is 15,000. This is a part of finance cash flow from investing activities. So sale of plant to be included in the cash flow from investing activities, and we are considering it in the bank or cash form. So 15,000 will be added here. Now we have included even depreciation and sale from the plant account. Now let's move on to the another line item. This is furniture. In furniture again you have been given depreciation on furniture 10,000. Now in this again you have to prepare a furniture account. When you prepare furniture account, depreciation you have already included. So when you prepare furniture account, in this similar manner you have to prepare furniture account like you have prepared the plant account. Start with the debit side, end with the credit side. Include depreciation here, means opening balance to be written on the debit side, closing balance to be written on the credit side, and then depreciation to be included here. When you include all these things, you will get balancing figure as furniture purchased during the year 90,000. So I am writing here purchase of furniture, it is 90,000. When you calculate it yourself, then you will come to know it is 90,000 purchase of furniture. Then let's move on to another line item, that is debtors. Debtors is showing increase by 30,000. Stock is showing increase by 30,000. Bill receivable is showing you increase by 6,000. So here all these three assets are showing you increase. These increase in current assets will be deducted from for calculation of cash flow from operating activities. So here increase in debtors is by, you have calculated it, increase in debtors 30,000, it will be subtracted, then increase in stock, again it is increase in current asset, it will also be subtracted from here 30,000. Bill receivable is also showing you increase here, so I am writing here, this is bill receivable, it is also showing you increase here by 6,000. So all these three things will be subtracted from here. Because increase in current assets to be subtracted from here as per the format itself, as I told you. And the logic behind is, like if you are not including cash here, and if there is increase in stock, this increase in stock will lead to decrease in cash. Means if you don't have to include in the current assets cash or cash equivalent, if stock is given to you, whatever amount is given for previous year and the current year, if you find increase in stock, this increase in stock is basically purchase of stock, and for this we are assuming that company has paid cash or cash equivalent. So that is why this increase in current assets is to be added in calculation, is to be subtracted in calculation for cash flow from operating activities. Now we have included all these three things. Now is goodwill. After current assets comes goodwill. Goodwill is 90,000 and then 80,000. It is write off of goodwill. Goodwill written off is again the non-operating item. So goodwill is to be added back in calculation of P&L, this cash flow from operating activities. So you have to add this goodwill written off 10,000 in this calculation. So once you do once you finish all these line items, then check adjustments. We have included all the adjustments. After this, now sum up this first point, first component, cash flow from operating activities. So when you club all these components, you will get from this 73,000 positive amount. This is the cash flow from operating activities. When you solve all this, you will get net cash flow from investing activities. This is a negative balance of 75,000. And when you calculate net amount of cash flow from financing activities, you will get negative amount of 10,000. Now after this, in this format, what you are supposed to do? Club A plus B plus C all the components to find out the net amount. Now you will club A component plus A component plus B component plus C component. Means cash flow from operating activities, investing activities, financing activities. Now add its net amount. So once you add this 73,000, then 75,000 in negative, 10,000 in negative, once you solve these three things, you will get net amount of 12,000 in negative. So once you solve this, you will get net amount of 12,000 in negative. 73,000 is the positive figure, these 75 and 10,000 is the negative figure. So once you calculate net cash flow, you will for the calculation of net cash flow, when you add all these things, you will get net cash flow is negative balance of 12,000. Now after this, in this format, you have to add opening balance of cash and cash equivalents. You have to add opening balance of cash and cash equivalent. In this question, in cash and cash equivalents, you have been given cash plus bank. Now see what is the opening balance of cash plus bank given here. Opening balance of cash is 25,000 and opening balance of bank is 12,000. So that is 37,000 in total. So cash and cash equivalent balance is given as 37,000. Opening balance in in collective manner for cash and bank is 37,000. So add this balance in the net cash flow. Amount which you will get here after this is 25,000. Now check whether this 25,000 is matching with the closing balance of cash and cash equivalents or not. So now you have to match whether this is matching with the closing balance of cash and cash equivalent given in the balance sheet or not. Now here you can see 15,000 is cash balance in 2017 and 10,000 is bank balance in 2017. So collectively it is 25,000. Now you can see here it is 25,000. So this is how you have to prepare cash flow statement. Prepare it in a right manner, in a right format. Try to understand the concepts, then you can achieve, or you can do any complicated question easily. Thanks for watching this video.